Well, we're live in what is going to be a straight shootout of a match. There's no two ways about it. The equation for these two teams is simple: win, and you're still in with a chance of making the playoffs. That is,
however slim that is.
Yeah, lose and you're out. It's done, dusted, because you're going to be in MI territory, whereby you can only get to a maximum of 12 points, and 12 points ain't gonna hack it, because don't forget Delhi Capitals and I think it's LSG. One of them will get to 14, and when that team does, then 12 points ain't gonna be enough to cut it. Simple.
Yep. Mumbai Indians, you can see officially the E has come. They are eliminated because they cannot get anywhere near that, because Delhi LSG, as you said, 14 points.
Petition to go back in time and revise my prediction of them being not only top 4 guaranteed but also title winners.
Big. We all fell flat there because
all of us had them in top 4. Yeah. All of us, including Nikhil, I think.
We did. So who will join them today? Is it going to be Punjab Kings or is it going to be Royal Challengers Bengaluru? Because
so while there's no queue yet,
no one said
there will definitely be 2 E's by the end of today.
Correct. Yes, there will be 2 E's. The last home game for the Punjab Kings, who have opted to bowl.
That's the news we're getting from the middle. That they have won the toss. It's Sam Curran who's won the toss, and the team have opted to bowl, and that's an interesting decision.
Stand-in captain, regular captain, what do we call him?
I mean, he's stand-in officially, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be continuing on with him, because I think LSG, let's say, aren't the only team where there's going to be a captaincy churn come the mega auction. I think Punjab Kings are notorious.
Even RCB.
Could be.
Siddharth has some intel on that, I believe.
Well, see, we have done a video. I mean, Shane's done a video on how the reaction was, which after the teams and after some of this thing, we'll come to that. How Sanjeev Goenka's reaction has really gotten a lot of sympathy for KL.
That's weird.
But
sympathy for KL. Who would have thought?
According to reports,
there's been an abundance of that. No, there's a fair share, let's say, if not abundance.
And I understand why. Because look, let's separate the player and captain from the human being. I would not want to ever be in that sort of a situation that he was in, where you're getting publicly badgered with the cameras catching it.
Exactly. Public criticism right out in front of cameras is never good for anybody's mental health.
And I agree with what one of the commentators said. Maybe it was Steve Smith. We were talking about it.
Graham Smith?
Graham Smith. He was with the digital broadcaster.
Yes, digital broadcasters.
So was Steve a short while back, right?
Steve has normally done.
And Broad. Remember both?
No, but they were on TV.
Main,
yeah. They were on TV.
Anyhow, so Graham Smith, I like what he said, that KL Rahul did his part very well, wherein he did maintain some composure.
Yes.
Remember, there's in excess of 24 cameras that are on you.
Correct.
You were still in the field of play technically, and
KL Rahul has been involved in 2 very, you may say, viral moments that have gone on social media. Last year, his confrontation that Naveen and Virat had, he was also caught in the crossfires. Yeah. He, Gambhir and Virat, Naveen and all. That's one. Here, I can't side with Sanjeev Goenka. I mean, respect for what he's done in his business empire and all the other sporting clubs that he has done it in the past. But I'm sorry, you could have done it behind closed doors. Anybody of us, if we get a public this thing with about 30-40 people, supposing in our floor itself, somebody shouts, there is a lot of things like, why did you do this, why did you do that? Later on, we'll feel bad, isn't it? Like it's happened in front of everybody. Rather than if you're somewhere else, you feel a little less sad about it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in private, it's still a different matter, and I understand the emotions are going to fly, but that was unacceptable. Then again, can I expect anything different from a man who thought it was a good idea to sack MS Dhoni from captaincy and then have his brother justified multiple times on social media?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about poking the bear. We've seen the outroar that has come about from a Rohit being removed, Dhoni being removed, even if it was from a temporary franchise, cause war-like situations, and Siddharth and I are witness to this even within newsrooms.
I mean, once...
Really? What was that like?
I mean, once...
So, I'll give you the story, but let him finish it.
It happened in Hyderabad, on the sidelines of the final. RPS had already gone to the final, they were going to face MI. Now, there was an interview done with...
Sanjeev Goenka.
Yeah,
there's no point mincing words, it was Sanjeev Goenka.
It was. He said the exact quote on record. But then when that was published,
hell broke loose.
What was it? The quote?
MS Dhoni, Steve Smith is a better captain.
He said that
MS
tactically
Dhoni.
Smith is a better captain than
So
MSD.
interesting, because the story that we were working on, I just heard that bite as well, which he says he spoke with one of the editors here back in the day, and we pulled that bite out from the archives, and he said that no, there's no doubt as far as the fitness of Mahendra Singh Dhoni is concerned, and some of the other players as well. But after finishing wherever we did last year,
They
and
finished
it was
seventh.
underwhelming. So second last, almost the wooden spoon as the previous year in 2016. Like, we wanted to make a change. So he says, me and my team, we decided that we need an overhaul, and we needed a younger captain.
Yeah, and this is the younger captain is still fine. He said the exact quote word that was tactical. Tactically, Steve Smith is a better captain than MS Dhoni. That quote hit. All hell broke loose. The quote had to be rescinded, despite the fact that he himself gave it. So, I mean, it was, as I said, hell broke loose. It caused strained relations, which is very tough, given that the journalist it caused strained relations with is A, Kolkata based, and B, was also happening to report on another team that he owned at that time, which was ATK. Not Mohun Bagan at that time, it was just ATK.
Yeah, you got Rodriguez.
Yeah, then what they did was that ATK basically bought a Mohun Bagan and merged the teams.
Yeah.
So that's what's happened now. But back then it was just ATK. It caused a lot of strain. So again, Goenka is one of those people, does what he wants. And look, I understand it. It's businessman mentality. That being said, I still wasn't a fan of him being dressed down like that in public. And I'm not even a fan of KL Rahul. I think on a human level, you need to just be treating the guy right.
Dressing down people in public, be it anywhere, in any situation, in public, this kind of dressing
Not
down
acceptable.
cannot be accepted, because it then unveils that toxic mentality. Then keep it indoors. घर में सुलझाओ, keep it in your boardroom, keep it in your corporate setup. Because I speak for all of us. I mean, I'm an employee of a corporate setup. Supposing if somebody shouts in front of 30, 40 people, we will feel bad.
Imagine
And it will linger.
And imagine that being broadcast all over the world. The clips
Not
gone
just
viral on
30,
social
40,
media.
thousands, another millions.
And clearly, KL Rahul did, he did cut a sorry figure.
Yep.
He was trying to offer an explanation, of course, and you can't see. It's the kind of relationship that, as corporate employees, we all sort of face. Yes, there's only so much that he could have talked back. We understand those situations.
And the unfortunate, brutal truth about it, it kind of, even in the post-match yesterday, we said questions have to be asked on KL Rahul. But then we never thought that it would happen right in front of the field.
Yeah, I mean, I understand questions being asked and accountability being demanded, but
No,
at that moment,
not at that
no,
time.
no, no.
But
no,
29
Surprising
of
enough, everyone thought that these questions will be asked. Neither was he asked by the broadcaster, any of those questions. 29 or 33 and whatever. Yes, on the mauling he did speak, but nothing KL, the batter.
and he was honest about it.
Yes. So, and he's spoken about strike rates earlier as well, KL
That was
Rahul.
overrated and all that.
Yeah,
Ouch.
so that's number one. Number two, also the fact that when the batting coach had come, Adam Wojcicki, I think, is the batting coach.
LSG, yes.
Yes, no questions being asked over there as well. So the one forum that there was, on that occasion as well, there was questions one.
It is a big problem. And because of that, the intel that you are asking me is there is a report that KL Rahul might not captain for the next 2 games. And to compound matters further, he might not be retained by LSG in 2025 in the auction.
Okay, tell me honestly, and we'll get back to the game after this, but just a quick question. Do you think now this is the end of KL Rahul, the captain? Because he's had 2 very dodgy stints. At Punjab Kings, you could say that, listen, all of it was not his fault. At times, they were very bad at constructing a squad. But LSG for 3 seasons, he's actually had a pristine squad. And sad reality is, you can point out whatever, but the fact is that them just being playoff contenders is the bare minimum of the kind of squad they've had. And truth be told, they have underwhelmed, and now this season has really laid bare the problems. Is this the end of KL Rahul's captaincy career in the IPL?
It will be tempted to say yes. Because see, KL Rahul, even in the Indian cricket team, when you looked at it, we all saw how problematic it was.
It's done there too.
Okay, so he's fallen back there. As far as IPL captaincy is concerned, he's captained 2 teams, PBKS and LSG. Underwhelmed there. Even for LSG, yes, they made eliminator, but that's it. This time, whether they're going to make it to the playoffs for the 3rd straight time, I doubt it. Okay. However, if LSG are not going to keep him, and if he's picked up by some franchisee, which franchisee in IPL 2025 wants a wicket keeper captain?
Exactly.
Or an opener.
Exactly. You look at, and when you talk about captaincy change, you look at teams at the bottom, because teams at the top, things go well, top 4 teams, 5 teams usually don't make captaincy changes.
Correct.
It's usually the teams at the bottom end up making. Look at the teams we're talking about. Punjab Kings, an unlikely homecoming I see over there. RCB, another.
That is the chance.
But that is the only chance. But that also, if you ask, looks like an unlikely homecoming. That actually will be a true homecoming.
Because RCB.
But that's the only possible opening. SRH, Patty Cummins, he's on the road to scripting something.
GT. It could happen because GT need a opener and a wicket keeper.
No. GT, I thought Siddharth briefly, but you're looking at India's blue-white boy in Shubman Gill.
So they won't make him a captain. That's my point. They don't need to make him a
No,
captain.
so I'm talking about from a captaincy perspective.
Only RCB.
Who takes KL Rahul the captain next
Only
year?
RCB.
Only
Because CSK
Only
is another
RCB
team I could think
possibly.
of.
Yes, the only opening I can think of.
There as a keeper, DK, and he replaces him as a keeper also.
And a captain. Because Faf is not going to play next
Yes.
season.
And Chinna Swami.
He's technically a Bangalore guy.
Exactly,
RCB
but
makes the
no
most sense.
other opening there you see, no other opening. Shivam makes a valid point. Yes, DK it could be last season for him as
Yeah.
well. They get that wicket keeper problem sorted. Possibly,
They have a backup in an Anuj Rawat.
but
Okay.
that's where my question then comes. I've held the franchise guilty. They've modeled it around a certain style of play which has only dented them year after year after year. You look at strike rates, and I hate saying it, and then we get called as haters. You add the two right-handers together right up top. Good luck, RCB, trying to change your luck next year.
I mean, no. The problem is we've seen KL Rahul under pressure not perform, right? Even strike rate wise on a
By the way, Shane will remember the strike rates very well. 139 this year. It was 113 the previous year. It was when times he scored 600 odd runs as well.
But in the last 5 seasons, more often than not, he's either gotten 600 runs or gotten close. So 580, 590. But boss, the strike rates are consistently in the 130s. Consistently in the 130s.
Yeah.
And even now, the way things are, let's assume the impact rule ain't going anywhere. But the strike rates are going to be staying at the way they are. Right now, if you're looking at who are the gold standards for openers, Salt and Narayan are both striking it at 183.
Abhishek
Sharma and Travis Head are striking it over 200.
200.
I'm sorry, that is the gold standard.
For an opener right now is Abhishek Sharma 205. Number 2 Travis Head 201.
So that is the standard you're competing with. You're playing, you can say that, we've criticized Kohli's strike rate, and correctly so, but his overall strike rate this year is at 148, which is actually an improvement from his own career strike rate. Meanwhile, with KL, it's actually gotten worse because his career strike rate would be in the 139s and he's striking it about 138, 137, which means he's actually regressed.
He's regressed. That's the thing. Captaincy wise, he can only get it at RCB. But if he doesn't go to RCB, okay, because you'll need a captain, wicket keeper, and an opener.
A captain, if you're going with KL Rahul, then RCB can take Ye Sala Cup Namde and shelve it. If you're taking him as a captain with that rubbish coaching setup that they have, whatever coaching setup they have, and I'm sorry to call it rubbish, but the fact of the matter is there's not one coaching setup they've had in years that's worked.
It's not worked.
It's interesting though, Dan Vettori spends so much time over there, doesn't get the results. Look now, he's at SRH. And look at the way that they're batting.
It needs man management also. Pat Cummins, I think there's a leader there where he gels with them.
No, so I have to say this. At times, I feel RCB is like the Man United of cricket IPL. Whoever tends to leave there,
don't make that comparison.
Whoever leaves will just get better.
Sancho's done well.
Oh yes, that's what.
Whoever leaves will tend to do better.
But
and it's like,
no, it's not an ideal example because Man United, despite a decade of being off color now in the Premier League, yes, there's been some takeaways here and there. Nothing to be proud of. Those are tidbits in the grander scheme of things, but United still have a very good trophy cabinet. There is history attached over there.
In that sense,
there is something to rely on.
Yeah.
RCB,
holistic.
Exactly. RCB. So that maybe.
No, they are
yes, I know
champions.
there is somebody over there who thinks he's akin to Cristiano Ronaldo, and good on his part. But
They are social media champions. RCB are social media champions for the ever since this started.
But actually, United's social media game isn't that strong.
By the way, it may not be the strongest. Today, I came across this fact that Manchester United in the recent ratings, rather they came only yesterday, they've been adjudged the most valuable football club in the world.
Yeah, see, financially, there's never been a problem with the Glazers in charge. It's been everything else.
It's been everything. Even then, I just wonder, it's mind-boggling for a team that's not won the Premiership for the last 10 years now, more than 10 years now, ends up being still top 3 when it comes to...
It reminds me of that line from Ed Woodward. Ed Woodward is the former Manchester United, he was the financial person, and he said that we don't necessarily need trophies on the field to be successful because Manchester United, the legacy name is big enough. That being said, if you have another decade with no league,
I think that legacy will fade.
Exactly.
Because Liverpool were in danger of that. It's until Jurgen Klopp revived it.
Yeah. Correct.
So that's why.
They'd gone...
Delhi need
No. You already have a Rishabh Pant.
Please, yes, let him go to Delhi.
No.
No, because see, where will he, unless he doesn't want to keep.
No, I mean, it's quite
thing.
possible. I don't think he's a very, let's say, eager keeper. He does it because it's what keeps him in the team, the Indian team, if I'm being specific. The only reason he's keeping for LSG was because he wanted to have an outside chance of playing for India in T20s.
CSK will get him also. There is a chance.
See, actually, CSK become a destination because it's that place where anyway,
Old players go and revive themselves.
It's like taking somebody, who's
Two things.
dead to the world. You take him to CSK is that like that ICU which just revives player.
Two things. Rahane might not play next year. He will not be retained. He will not be bought also. Okay, number one. MS Dhoni might not play that many games.
MS Dhoni might retire at the end of the season.
But everybody's saying one more season. So I'm going by that vibe. Okay. By that vibe. If he retires by the end of 2024, he says it's done. A keeping spot opens up. Now they are not going to retain an Aravali Avanish. A KL Rahul might be that guy.
High enough profile.
Could be.
Keeper, Rituraj will be the captain.
But the problem is the man who actually is the reason behind the revival of all careers will not be there then.
Yeah, Dhoni will be a mentor.
But as a mentor,
That's it.
but see,
What is he now? He's as good as a mentor.
How
only.
Gautam Gambhir, when LSG had Gautam Gambhir, how did the franchisee work with? Clear vision.
That's what KKR
Gambhir left, look at the state of the franchisee now.
Yeah. Now, by the way, we are not too far away from the match of the day, which we spend now no time about talking.
Less time.
We will.
no worries for KL Rahul.
See, KL Rahul, even if there's
So many options.
so many options are the ones we've counted. Koi left field option also may turn up. Yeah, he's an India international. There is a value to having a KL Rahul. Someone will come up with it.
KKR?
No, please no. We're not saying that he'll go franchise-less.
No, not a chance.
He will have a franchise.
Yeah, but he'll not be a captain.
Captaincy candidate, that's the big question
No,
mark.
I
How
think
many franchises? Look at his
only one.
Only RCB I can think
Yeah.
of.
And I think any other franchise he goes to, there's no chance he's being a captain.
Yeah. CSK, if he goes, he can forget about captaincy because Rituraj will be the captain. Okay. You look at RRDC, there's already Pant and Sanju Samson. You don't need them. Any other guy there. GT can be an option, but then captaincy, forget it.
No captaincy.
But a wicket keeper opener is needed there.
How about the Mumbai Indians?
No.
There are some seniors, apparently, as per reports, who've not been happy with the way things have happened.
There is already an Ishan Keshan.
But captain?
No, not necessarily captain. They could bring him in as a player. He doesn't need to be. He'll not be a captain. He may not even be a keeper. He may not even be a keeper.
He'll only be an opener.
Imagine the joy of watching KL Rahul and Ishan Kishan opening in one match. One guy who can't open and one guy who can't bat against a swinging ball, bouncing
Shane's
ball,
taken into
spinning ball.
consideration that
He wants
Rohit Sharma
MI
will definitely not be there.
Yeah, 110%. But oh my god, the Schadenfreude I will get from watching KL Rahul and Ishan Kishan opening together. Please, I want that. I don't care what happens.
Well,
I
let's
want
see
that.
how it happens. But
Let's get back to the match in hand, which is, of course.
Also, by the way, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya in the same frame will also
in the same IPL franchise, yes. It could happen. Anything can happen. So that is for
And the only difference will be it will not be on Hotstar.
Well, and it definitely will not be taken down this time, assuming. Anyhow, back to the game in hand. We've got Punjab Kings versus RCB. It's pretty much very even in terms of, let's say, head-to-head. It's 17-15 in favor of PBKS, if I'm not mistaken. So again, 17-15 is not really that much if you're looking at
even
it.
Stevens.
Yeah, it's very even Stevens. And Punjab Kings will be the team bowling first. So let's go over how it is that RCB look. Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis, no shocks there. Will Jacks, Rajat Patidar, Mahipal Lomrod, Cam Green, Dinesh Karthik, Swapnil Singh, Karan Sharma. That's batting till 9, by the way. And I'm counting Karan Sharma after what he did to KKR. I don't care what anyone says. Mohammad Siraj and Lockie Ferguson. The one change is that there is no Glenn Maxwell, and Lockie Ferguson comes in the space, which I think is a good call, will bolster their bowling.
I think looking at the pitch that is there in Dharamshala, Sam Curran did mention that it was watered and I think you will have more movement at the start. So that's why.
So in that case, but the ones who will get the advantage there will be the likes of course, an Arshdeep Singh, dare I say, even a Sam Curran.
Yeah.
Will be and probably a Vidwat Kavirappa who FYI steps in. I think this is one of his first games.
It is his first game.
Yeah.
Vidwat Kavirappa.
So the Punjab Kings 11, which is of course the bowling side, you've got Johnny Bairstow, you've got Prabsimran Singh, Riley Russo, Liam Livingston, Shashank Singh, Sam Curran, Ashutosh Sharma, Harshal Patel, Rahul Chahar, Arshdeep Singh and Vidwat Kavirappa.
So
that
no
means
Giso.
yeah, and what that means is that
Harpreet Brar is not there, but he's in the impact, so I don't think he will be there.
no, then I think he'll be the impact player. Easy as you like.
No, but then Punjab are batting second, no?
Oh yeah, you're right. Then they'll probably bring in a Jitesh.
Jitesh.
Yeah, Jitesh is on the bench, right? There's no keeper. So they'll bring in a Jitesh.
They'll bring in a Jitesh.
Wait, so they're bowling?
So I think it will be Bairstow keeping.
Yes, correct. Yes.
But maybe then Jitesh may not
Plays
play.
only as a batter.
Then who? Tanay Thagarajan? Or
No,
Rashid
why
Dhawan?
make that keeping? I don't think then Jitesh playing then.
Yeah, he's definitely not playing. Then.
Why not have him keep then?
Or are you looking at a Rishi Dhawan?
Could be.
Rishi Dhawan, because they are batting till number
Thagarajan a
8.
batter bowler?
I think Tanay is a batter, if I'm
So
not
could
mistaken.
very well
I'll
either be
just
him
check
or
it in-
Rashid Dhawan.
Yeah.
So anyway, for RCB, who are of course bowling second, their sub looks like it'll be Yash Dayal. Because it'll be the way him or Vijay Kumar Vishak. But
Yes.
given Yash Dayal is a left arm option, they'd probably go with him.
Yep. So Tanay Tyagarajan is an all-rounder. Okay.
Okay.
He is a slow left-arm orthodox and left-handed bat. Okay. In first-class cricket, has a average of 19 and 20 in T20s.
Right there.
Yeah. Not that much. I don't think you lose him for his batting.
So then the impact sub will most likely be Rishi Dhawan.
It has to be a Rishi Dhawan then.
But Rishi Dhawan gives you a bit of bowling also. I don't understand this.
I mean, you could have started with a Harpreet Brar
Huh?
and gotten in a Prabsimran as an impact,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is what they have done in the previous games also. Then I think it's a left field
even-
selection that has gotten us all blue. So,
Yeah, most likely it'll be
Brar
Dhawan.
is
then.
okay with the bat as well.
Yeah, more than decent with the
Yeah.
bat. So that's why
yeah,
I
he'll
understand.
have a 15 ball 16. He can do
No,
that.
no,
He
no,
can
no.
actually
He got a good 30 that day of 18, 19 balls
Yes.
also.
against
He
CSK.
can. Not CSK, one of the games prior. He's had one decent
Yeah,
knock with the
yeah,
bat.
he's had
Him
a
and Bhatia were together.
Oh
remember?
yes, Harpreet Bhai. Oh, it's against GT.
Correct.
GT at Mullapur.
So,
yes.
Brar can bat. He's a decent bat. He's an all-round option. Although I would classify him as a bowling all-rounder.
Okay, so look at the bowling options that they got. Vidwat Kavirappa, Arshdeep Singh, Harshal Patel, Sam Curran,
Rahul
and
Chahar.
only one spinner in Rahul Chahar.
No, this Liam Livingston also.
Will they bowl him
Yes,
that much?
the 110% will.
Because if you look at it, RCB have got two spinners, Swapnil Singh and Karn Sharma.
Yeah.
So you got Rahul Chahar, you got a couple of overs from Livingston, and you will have 4 overs of Harpreet Brar. Simple.
But
But
Harpreet
Brar is
is
on the bench.
At some point, I'm guessing he'll come in.
That seems like a very dumb way to use your impact sub. But
Some
whatever.
point.
I mean, I understand LSG didn't even use their impact sub option
See,
yesterday. because
unless
over.
of course what they're planning to do is get done with one of their pacers rather quickly, and then have Brar bowl towards the second half.
It makes no sense to me, but
It
maybe.
makes less sense. I agree. It makes less sense.
So, okay, you got two spinners, effectively three then, in RCB. Will Jacks
Oh yeah, might bowl you a couple of overs.
might
of
bowl a
off
couple,
switch.
Swapnil Singh, Karn Sharma, and you got only three pacers. Green, Siraj, Ferguson.
Yeah, they'll bring in either Vishak or Dayal. Most likely Dayal.
I think it
In
should
fact,
be Vishak.
you know, none
He's
of
done
their
much better than
substitutes
Dayal.
make sense right now. Jitesh, if he's only fit to bat and not keep, I don't quite get that logic there. There is Nathan
Another
Ellis
one-
who cannot come in.
Yeah, he can't.
They've named all 4, right?
Yeah, Bairstow, Riley, Liam, Sam.
Yeah. So Ellis is only a fielding sub.
Exactly.
So
Tanay, as
actually-
we saw, more of an all-rounder. And
Could very well be that they bring in Jitesh just to bat. Weird.
Could be. Yeah, then that'll give you batting till number 9, na then. Because they bat only till number 8 in this current setup.
Ashutosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Harshal.
Harshal. And then after Harshal, you'll get maybe Jitesh will push up the others. Harshal
Yeah,
Patel will
we'll
go
push
to number
down.
9
Most,
then,
that's
yeah.
what seems likely.
But
Anyway.
very strange impact subs that
Very
I would go with Vishak though for RCB rather than Yash Dayal. I think
Riley
Dayal's-
Russo continues to get the backing regardless of his form.
I know. So that's the current situation that
Predictions?
we are. So predictions. Harshal,
Then we'll take
please.
Sawal.
I am going with RCB. Do we know the dimensions, by the way?
Dharamshala is one of the smaller
Dharamshala
grounds.
is,
Smaller,
I mean,
right?
60 meter, I think it's the boundary in that sense. 60 meters.
lowest scoring.
Yeah. it is.
Sorry?
Previous match was a low scoring match.
Low scoring.
Chennai versus PBKS.
PBKS.
But that was a day game, by the way. This is the first night game here.
So I am going with RCB getting to 180. I'll actually. Okay, 181. But Punjab winning.
196, but I do think Punjab chases it down.
185 RCB winning.
81, 85. You think 85 is
185,
for RCB and 191.
Because
96.
I think it might slow it down later. I think it might. Because the night game, and I think dew might not be a factor because it's cooler.
But the night game, you might very well see it ease out. Anyway, let's see
Yeah.
how this match plays.
So Shakin piercing RCB 291 and they win.
291 on this
Why not?
ground. Jesus. Let's see.
Mayank Thapliyal is saying RCB is like a person with $1 million in the bank and no checkbook. The franchisee never utilizes player services in a proper manner.
Agreed.
I do agree. You is saying Rahul also wants to captain. Will MI give him or will Hardik agree to give away?
Please.
See, I understand where it comes from because it comes from the report that the Indian Express has done that certain senior players are not happy with the way how it functioned. So Hardik's leadership style has also been questioned because there's no buzz. But so soon, then that means Mumbai have done the ultimate blunder.
Then they've panicked next level.
Yes.
And they will then be going down the route of CSK then.
Yeah.
CSK, by the way, bossed up even more by making a change inside what? The first 7 games? 6
8 game done.
So,
Yeah. Piyush Nandre is clearly like he's not predicted anything today because he's saying RCB 298 with Will Jacks 154. But if Piyush Nandre gets this right, if I'll ask him to come here and then we can deify him because he'll be God if this happens then.
By the way, Kavarappa has gotten some early swings. So I
Yeah.
doubt it's that easier.
oh, look at that. Could
But,
be,
is it-
Skyraid. I think it could be a wicket.
Oh no, the Knights!
Got lost in the
Right.
lights.
It got lost in the
He was
lights.
the captain, I think.
Yeah.
Sam Curran, yeah. No, was that Curran?
It did look a bit like Karan, if
Or
not.
was it Russo?
May have been.
I think,
No, that's neither. That was Ashutosh. they showed.
Ashutosh it was.
Ooh.
But didn't look. Maybe Ashutosh just threw the ball.
Yeah, but I think it was,
Yeah.
It was Sam Curran.
it was Sam. Oh,
But that was a toughie. That was a
Yeah, it
real
was a tough
toughie.
one.
Yeah.
But by the way, look at the swing he's getting early on. There's enough movement there to just.
Oh no, it was Ashutosh.
Yeah, Ashutosh should drop.
Ashu.
That was a tough catch. It
was,
was a
yeah.
very tough catch.
Well-
would have been an absolute blinder if he had pulled that off.
Well, Jitesh is another guy who's looking for franchisee hunting. Because I don't think he'll stick with the Punjab Kings, Jitesh Sharma, looking at the way how he was treated. So, Kavirappa, good start, getting some early movement. And as Sam Curran said, first 5-6 overs there will be there. So, do we have any super chats? Why is...
Are we missing super chats? How dare we?
there are.
Okay, so we
Let's
stick
see.
along for a while.
Shubham Garg says people in my organization have caused outages resulting in Google search being down for several minutes, costing Google millions. That blame this postmortem is done always. These things should be done always in private. I get his point. Makes a good point.
Rakesh Bhushan, KL is paid 17 crores. Post-mortem would be done. It depends on nature of your boss how he does it. If KL felt humiliated, he should resign ASAP. If he stays, it means he doesn't mind taking the
But
back.
he's not going to stay. I don't think he's going
I
to stay.
don't
And
think
also,
he's
I think
staying.
justifying it as nature of your boss and how he does it, Rakesh, is
And
subjective.
even if you're paid 17 crores or 17,000, getting a public dressing down is not wrong. That's called don't we call out toxic mentality in the workplaces when a boss shouts at you in front of everybody?
Correct.
Money is it's not worth it for all that kind of thing. So Shobhan says Hardik is a great captain for India. Didn't Hardik lose the T20 series versus West Indies? Every time he comes with one reason for Hardik form or MI failure, Hardik was booed by fans, so they shouldn't win. Shobhan Sai, I agree. He lost the West Indies series, but then prior to that,
Is
did he
that
lose
the
anything?
metric that we're talking about? Bilaterals. We've won bilaterals for years and it hasn't made a difference.
Exactly. And Hardik form or MI failure, let us be very honest about it. MI this time couldn't deal with loss of form for a personnel in particular units, and they couldn't. The outside noise got to them. Now
Big
it is
time.
evident. And Hardik didn't help matters by putting on a facade.
Yeah.
It was so fake that it had to work in a very, very bad way. So
Yeah.
that's your answer, Shovan Sai. But still, he took GT to a title and a final in 2022 and 2023. First time he's lost in the group stages. By the way, Rohit Sharma ended up as the wooden spooner in 2022.
But
Does that
don't
make him a
question
bad
him.
captain? We won't question him. Virat Kohli has achieved precious little as a captain both in IPL and in white ball cricket as ICC titles are concerned. Do we question him? Not that much. So, one series loss, and yes, as I said, Hardik is the bullseye around where everybody will take aim. That's how his situation is.
Anyhow, we've gone on for an over of the match.
Yep, so
Take
let's
your leave.
see. I have picked RCB, these two gentlemen have picked PBKS for the win. So, as the equation is simple.
So for us, RCB have an E against the name. For Siddharth, it's
PBKS.
Punjab.
Yep, join us for the mid innings. Bye bye.